morning. Yeah, I kind of forgot my router cable, so I will put this in in a sec. I think when I start the first sprint, so I hope my Wi-Fi is okay with that. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Loretta is already here. Good morning, my friend. Tom is also here. Hello. Good morning. And good morning to all our future friends, or hello to our future friends who are watching this later. I hope everyone is having a good time today for our stream. I'm a bit distracted because I didn't set up everything or yet, but I will. It's okay. It's okay. Do we want to start with our card, maybe? It's from the Work Your Light Oracle deck, and it says Unbound. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Ooh, that's very interesting. What comes up for me is immediately the South Node, North Node talk we had last week from astrology, which I found very interesting. So, are there things? Oh, Ian is here already. Hello, good morning. What a pleasure to have you here at this time of day. Yeah, I hope you're not too tired. I think Tom wants to say hi to Ian. Oh, fantastic card. Let me show it again. So, yeah. You can see those dancing figures. And, yeah. Past lives, for instance, soul patterns, contracts. Yeah, I thought about South Node, North Node in astrology, that if you, for instance, believe in reincarnation, you maybe feel that with each life you are there to learn something new, to grow and develop. And yeah, maybe we all have some things that we know we struggle with, and usually this is a sign that we should look deeper into that maybe and let it go somehow. But I also think the card is very light, they are getting free of stuff and letting it go or dancing. And so it's, yeah, not too, you don't want to take everything too serious, or beat yourself up with those reoccurring patterns you maybe see in your life. They are there for you to maybe explore and move forward from that. But I think this is also a natural progression. Usually we meet those things in life that we struggle with from time to time, and then they are there for us to learn from them. And I think also about my novel, for instance. So if we want to think about writing, we have the hero's journey usually in our stories. So they also learn and grow through their experiences in their adventures in our novels. So I think that's always something when you feel like stuck with your story, have a look at your character, or all the characters. I think it's not just the protagonist that changes. The main characters all go through this kind of journey, and some don't learn, don't grow, and therefore lose in the end. If you maybe think of the antagonist, or so there are those moments in a story where usually the hero learns a lesson, something that changes him. And so, yeah, this is something we can always incorporate in our stories and think about when we are writing, because this will help develop. And that's why it's always helpful to think, what's the worst thing that could happen for our character? Because that's usually what ignites the growth. So, yeah, my interpretation of the card. Let me show it one more time. I don't know if Emmy already saw it. Good morning, my friend. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Yeah. Hi, do. You guys, you're so funny. Ian. So, okay, I have to set up our first sprint. I haven't prepared it yet. Wait a second. Let's go to my channel. So we need a 20-minute warm-up sprint as per usual. I don't want an ad. Oh, let's use this one. Doesn't really matter. Here is our timer. Okay. Got it. I'm too gentle to my characters. You are the boss, Emmy. You don't have to be too cruel to them. But I think it really helps sometimes to take in this perspective too, because what's the worst thing that could happen to someone usually is really connected to their personality, you know? When you look at that, you can really figure out what is the core of the character or what is the theme of the whole story, you know? So it doesn't mean you have to do you have to go all the way in. But it can help figure our characters out, I think, from my experience. Okay, let's do our warm-up sprint. Enjoy. Okie dokie. That was our warm-up sprint. How did everybody do? I started working on my scene. And yeah, already found some things that I want to not change, but make more visible, because I rushed or just brushed over it. Yeah, so I found stuff to work on, which is good. Oh, Emmy always reads for warm-up. That's nice, yeah. What are you reading right now? I'm still reading Braiding Sweetgrass. I'm also reading the first book of the Wheel of Time series still, and it will probably take a little while until I finish it, but I don't know how far I've come yet, but maybe 1/3 of the whole thing. About oh no, Ian got stuck in app update hell. Oh, I probably have to update my computer and mobile phone too, but yeah, it always takes quite a while. So another TJ Klein, but not sure I'm into it. Yeah. Then it's not as much fun to read. Just yesterday I remembered a YouTube video about someone that wanted to get back into reading, and they forced themselves, I think, like for a week, to read a book each day. It was a very fun video. Maybe I found it again. I think it was very kind of inspiring and really funny, because they walked through the apartment reading. It kind of, I started remember it already yesterday when we talked about that. I think when Emmy said that all things she enjoys are always stationary. And this person was always just to get through the whole book, reading while walking in the apartment, because sometimes when you're reading, you get tired from, I sometimes do get tired from reading, so it is very funny. Oh, it's TJ Klune. I think TJ Klein would also have made sense. I will have to look them up. I actually don't really know. Oh yeah, TJ Klune, yeah. Oh yeah, I think the covers look really, really cool, I have to say. They are special. They have this special kind of art. Cool. Covers look great. But I haven't read anything or heard anything of them yet. Loretta, I spent the time journaling about the kind of life I want to lead. Oh yeah, that's always fun, I think, to figure those things out for yourself. I listened to a podcast that encouraged figuring out the life you want to lead, then focusing on career. Yes, it makes so much sense. I mean, hey, Chalisa, good morning. Guten Morgen allerseits. Really good German from you. Yes, that's how you say it. Guten Morgen allerseits. Yeah, but coming back to journaling about the kind of life you want to lead is, I think, something we should do from time to time. And I wonder, in this podcast, do they give some prompts? I sometimes struggle. I know this one exercise where you try to imagine your perfect day, because I always struggle a bit with really figuring out what I personally want, what I would really enjoy. Sometimes I think we all had this when we grow up. We are influenced by other people or watching TV shows, and so we have a kind of imagination how things would be with a certain job. For instance, I thought, because I love to watch crime thrillers and stuff, I wanted to be a first I wanted to be an astronaut because I love to watch Star Trek, but I also wanted to become a pathologist. Some people who look at dead people. So I thought maybe I wanted to become that. Then thought lawyers are cool, but I'm pretty sure that a lawyer wouldn't be a good job for me. Maybe a pathologist, I don't know. So what I want to say, it's sometimes difficult to really figure this out for yourself. Sometimes we need the experience. Yeah, I also wanted to become a journalist, so I worked for some newspapers. I also did as a student. We made a TV show and stuff like that. And then I thought, no, I don't want to be a journalist anymore, because I learned that you would have to work through the weekends sometimes and be really open to talk to people. You have to go to them and talk to them, so that they tell you what's happening. And this wasn't for me. But I really only figured this out when I did it, when I became a journalist, at least for some weeks, and tried it out. That's a good thing about being an intern, for instance. You can try things out. So what I want to say, I sometimes struggle with really figuring out, oh, is it pathologist? No, it's not. Is it? In German, it's what is it? Is it not pathologist? Oh, it is pathologist. Okay. I thought you were making fun of me. Oh, pathological. A pathological liar. So, yeah, that's why, coming back to Loretta, I just wanted to ask about the prompts, because sometimes you need help with figuring out. Even when you sit down and journal about it, it might need a lot of digging. Loretta, the only prompts I gave were figuring out the lifestyle you want first. Like, do you want to be your own boss? Mm-hmm. How much time do you want off? Do you like working at certain times? Yeah. And a lot of those things you will have to figure out by trying them. When you feel inspired to do it, try them out, like being your own boss. And then, we have to discover ourselves over time. And then that's why it's probably good to do this exercise of imagining or figuring out your life from time to time, like at the beginning of the year, each year, and see, does this really feel still like the way I want to go? Oh, see? Oh my God, Anja, both of those were my early dreams. That's so funny. Yes, even as a kid, I didn't know what I wanted to be apart from a writer. Yeah, that's the thing I always come back to. That's why I'm quite sure writing is what I should do, although I struggle with it. It's still the thing I always come back to, even when I feel like, okay, maybe I should try something new, because I feel like I struggle with money, for instance, earning money or stuff like that. But then still, I cannot get away from being a writer. That's just what I need to do. Loretta, I keep considering editing and teaching, because it is easier to have structure already in place. What I really want is to focus on learning and sharing what I'm interested in, but that is scary. Yeah, it is. I also think, just as Christian said yesterday, it's so cool to explore and just look at things. But you always have to find a way to earn money somehow. If it is with another job that doesn't take any energy, and then you can just do your thing. That's the difficulty, I think, that we have to find a way to earn money somehow. And that's why we struggle figuring this out. And we have to participate in life. I think it was one of those YouTube MBTI people that said that INFJs avoid taking part in real life. And I laughed about it because it's so true. That if we could, we probably would just observe. Yeah, I think that's what you said. We're always just observing, but what about taking part, And that's what we struggle with probably most. Also when we try to figure out what kind of life we want to live. Yeah, oh, that's such an interesting topic. But I have to start the next sprint so that I can continue working on my scene. Let's use this timer. Set it to 25 minutes. Okay, here we go. Enjoy. Okie dokie. That was sprint number 2. And how did everybody do? I continued working on my scene. I'm now at the end of the scene where I feel some important information is missing. I realized that it's not as important to the story, but makes sense that you want to know it. And yeah, we had quite an interesting conversation in the chat about self-publishing, or actually I was the one starting it, because I quite recently came to the conclusion that for me, self-publishing non-fiction books was the first job where I really was able to earn money for myself, as a self-employed person. Everything else didn't really work out, and if I hadn't finished or stopped doing it back then, I stopped it mainly because I really wanted to write my first novel and publish it, because I thought I want to focus on that. And then I felt like a bit burned out, and like I didn't have any idea for the next book, so I wanted to let it rest for a while, but I didn't pick it up again. But now I'm in this stage where I think I've been working on a book about productivity and hustle, kind of the hustle culture, and how to get out of it. That's actually the topic of my new nonfiction book, or how to lead a healthier life and not be dragged into this hustle thing that we always feel like we have to do more and more and be fast and all this stuff. So it's about, I kind of look at the history. Where does this even come from, that we are in such a hustle culture right now? And then I also want to talk about different strategies to not get sucked into that, or how to get out of it for yourself. So and also kind of that's the main theme of this. So because I think, like I said, nonfiction books, selling them is a lot easier than selling fiction, because you can really I think the market is just not as broad as with fiction. I don't really know, but I think there are more fiction books published than nonfiction books. And so from my experience, I just wanted to show you, that's the first one I wrote. It's like really short, 50 pages long, really, really short. And I wrote it within, I think, 1 month or some weeks. And I think the first month I earned 800 euros with it. A lot. It was the best month I ever had with this book, because I had just finished working in office, my usual normal 9 to 5, and all my ex-colleagues probably were like, "Oh, she published a book, we have to get it." And I think that's what kind of made the sales go up like that really fast. And minimalism was a topic back then that was trending in Germany especially. And so I just wrote about what I was interested in. I also wrote a book about food against cancer, breast cancer here, also a topic I just wanted to research. And I think I wrote about the different kinds of food you can eat. It's also a very good selling. This wasn't that good of a seller. It's about money, probably because the cover isn't the best. Oh, and another one that really sells still, although I think it's too old now, is I also wrote an ebook about self-publishing on Amazon, where I really made screenshots. That's why I only made it as an ebook, how to go through all this online things that you have to go through in order to publish. And still people are buying it. I don't know why. So, and I think publishing an ebook, a short one, is better than publishing an article online, because if you publish a blog and articles, you have to first kind of build an audience so that they find you. You have to go to social media so that they find you. But with Amazon, I only published on Amazon KDP because you get money if someone just reads it without buying it. There is this, I don't know how it's called, KDP or something, like a library. You get paid when they read your book and they don't even have to buy it. And then Amazon also wants your books to sell, because they earn money with it. So for instance, I made from the minimalism book, I made a French translation, also an English one that didn't really sell. The English version, I think because the English market about minimalism was there were too many books already out, but in Germany and in France. So in France, several times, Amazon paid me 200 euros so that they can kind of make it available for free for the minimalism book in French. So there are definitely ways to earn some, first some additional money. You can just build it slowly for yourself. You don't have to do it fast. And I think the more books you have, obviously, the more money you could earn. It's just, it worked quite well for me. But like I said, I stopped writing and publishing non-fiction books, but I want to get back into it because maybe I can build some additional income there without any pressure. You don't have any time pressure. And I think, what also got me back into it is that now there is AI out there. I don't want to let AI write my book, but it's so helpful you can get a first text. You can ask AI to help you with formulating stuff. And I don't know, it's more fun to write. It's faster. And that's why I thought, I have to try this out and get back into nonfiction publishing. It's a perfect way for me to write and earn money somehow. So, but sorry that I was talking so much but I just think it's a cool idea for everyone out there who loves to write but struggles to build an income with it. So, and you can write. That's exactly what we talked about. You can explore things, and just write about it. For instance, with minimalism, I was just so excited about the topic of minimalism. I watched a lot of videos and read stuff, and I could work all that into my book. And just by researching, I had already so many notes that, like I said, it's just 50 pages long, but still, it's a lot easier to get the text together than think of someone who doesn't know anything about minimalism. And of course, I got also bad reviews that said, it should be longer and should dig more into it. But like I said, it's still sold. So you can kind of detach yourself a bit from it, maybe, and not even read the reviews. Just look at the numbers, how many you sold. That's what I would do. I wouldn't read the reviews. Because this can just pull you down. Sorry, let me have a look at the comments. And the marketing aspect. I haven't invested any funds on marketing, so once my book out, will have to rely on you guys. I think I didn't really do any marketing besides trying to get reviews. So I remembered now that I asked my friends and family you have to buy a book to write a good review, because otherwise, if you haven't bought it, or even though, then Amazon will get rid of some reviews, which makes sense. You don't want to, but what I also did, I wanted to have real reviews of people who really just bought my book and didn't know me. I felt bad about asking friends, and you cannot continue doing this all the time. Ask your friends to read your book and write a review. So I did some games, online, just put on Facebook or something somewhere, like that everyone who that you can win something, a coupon for Amazon, for instance. if you write an honest review, that's important. I mean, people will still write in your favor then, probably, because they want to win. They feel like this would help. But of course, I only pulled then one of those people out of a bag. And this really helped also with getting reviews, quite good reviews, and different kinds of reviews. Because when you ask your friends and family, they usually don't really know what to write, and then they maybe ask you to write something for them. So it didn't feel good for me. Maybe I just want to inspire you. That's why I'm talking so. And I think a game like that would be cool for Emmy too, for a fiction book, to just get people, first you make people aware of your book, and then it's a fun way to have people engage with your books. So yeah. And of course, for those who wanted to write a review, I don't really remember, did I? Yeah, I think, of course, I got them the book for free. You know, I sent them somehow, I don't know how I did it, the ebook version usually. And yeah, or I asked them to buy it and then sent them the money for it or something like that, so that they could write the review. Ian, Loretta, I tried the brainless job thing to save energy for my own work. I had so little meaning and interest in the job that it drained me massively. Yeah, me too. I also learned that this isn't good for me. You think, oh yeah, it won't take much energy. I just spend some hours, but it does drain you if you feel uninspired. At least it was the same for me. A few words, awesome, Jalisa. Ian, Loretta again. I'd recommend the book Making Work for the Highly Sensitive Person. Oh, I want to read this too. I write this down later. If you don't identify as an HSP, it helps clarify things for you. Yes, hustle culture is not for me. Money alone is not enough of a reason to do anything for me. Yeah, I struggle. I have the same struggle. It's really, those are the moments where I wished I was someone else sometimes, like all the other people in my life who just go to work and do their thing and then they are happy. I don't know how they do it. Tom, who has a great job for a writer, I always advocate a job like mine for balancing brainless work with time and energy for my interests. Yes, that's, I think, the perfect. You are there at your place and you do the rounds, which is also awesome because you get movement in, and then you can spend the time while you are working at work, reading and exploring your ideas. That's just perfect. Yeah, I think, yeah. Tom, for brainless work, it also provides inherent meaning if one values helping senior citizens feel more secure in their lives. That's also very true. It's a very important work you're doing. Loretta, that's my problem now. I assumed that my being drained was because I'm in my 40s, but maybe some of it is the job. Yeah, probably plays a role in that. Exactly, Tom. I need that meaning element. Yeah, you made more than $850 in a month. Yeah, that was really like, wow. Yeah, but it was only the first month. I mean, now like I said, I haven't done anything for years. I don't even know when I did publish them. 2015. Oh my God. So it's really almost 10 years ago, and I still have monthly, maybe with all books together, about 30, 40, 50 euro I still get. So like not that much. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, but I don't do anything. They're just there on, that's passive income, guys. That's why it's so cool. Whenever you have something, and the good thing also is you can always make changes, you don't have to be afraid about, for instance, that's the second version. I had a new cover and added some more text, and as long as you have it, you can play around with it, also with the marketing. Just write it and then you can do stuff with it, have fun with it, to try and earn maybe more money, or maybe you can do stuff like get 5 books. I don't know what possibilities there are nowadays, so I don't think that there's because Loretta said, yeah, I'm not with this hustle culture and everyone is doing so much. I don't think you have to do that with those books. I mean, if you think of publishing an article on Medium, you can always, in the back of your head, could I, if I make it a bit longer, just also publishes it on Amazon, you know? And the covers, I went to Fiverr, you know, I had someone there who did those for me. Also very easy, not that expensive. Yeah. Maybe you could even do them yourself with Canva. Yeah, sorry. I just really want to bring you guys to also publish some books on Amazon. Amazon pays me. Tom, yes, every article I've ever read on the subject says nonfiction is a more secure moneymaker, both for authors and publishers. Yeah. Loretta, yes, my one saving grace is that I'm doing data entry for mental health division of an insurance company. Interesting. Wow, you have done well with those books, Anja, and help people with them. Yeah, see, it's really helpful. I think we underestimate what other people gain from our writings, you know. Thank you. I'll add it to my, oh yeah, that's a book I also have to not forget to write it down. Jaleesa, when I'm done with writing, editing, or whatnot, I may have to rely on you, TikTok and Facebook. Yeah, we are here for you. Any social media platform I can think of. Yeah, I think that's the biggest struggle we always have, especially also with fiction and nonfiction. How do people find our books, our work? But that's good to ask friends to support you with that. And I think everyone is happy to do that. So yeah, we are here for you. Emmy, I just sent the book to Illustrator. Ooh, that's exciting. Oh my God. So still a bit away from it getting out, but it's nice to see progress. Emmy, that's so cool. Yeah, that's really cool. When it's scary, but also very, very cool. You're, yeah, on the finish line, I would say. Let's set up a sprint now. Sorry that I talk too much about self-publishing, but I gained a lot of experience back then, like almost 10 years ago, doing it, and I love to share what I learned. I don't know if it's still because probably the market has changed a bit, you know. Probably there are more people now self-publishing than back then. I don't know, but still I see that it has a lot of potential in my experience. In my opinion, I think. I'm just looking for a nice, oh yeah, I want to use the tea timer. And the last point, it's not as difficult as I realized when I wrote about the self-publishing, when I wrote the book like about self-publishing on Amazon. A lot of people sent me messages, and I realized that a lot of people are scared just by the technological process, you know, by, oh, I don't know if it's difficult to self-publish, and it's quite easy. Like I said, Amazon wants you to publish books, and they want to make the process as easy as possible for you because they earn money with it. And so it's not that hard to upload a book to publish it. So don't be afraid to try that out. Okay. Oh, first let's read the comment from Tom. In part, we need to figure out what the fundamental currency of our lives is. Whew, yeah, is it material wealth? Time? Personal connection? When I was younger, I thought my currency was knowledge. Yeah. As I get older, hit midlife, I'm realizing that it is actually more about meaning, inner peace. Yeah, but that's a great, great question for journaling, isn't it? What is the fundamental currency of our lives? That's a great prompt, I think. I have to think about this. Tom is preparing to meet his maker. I hope this doesn't happen during the next 40 minutes, so enjoy the sprint. Okay, that was our 40-minute sprint. How did everybody do? We had an interesting discussion in the chat, but still I got some writing done, and yeah, I'm almost done with this scene. I will just want to look at the final sentences during the next sprint, maybe even at the transition to the next scene. But I'm very happy with my progress and also how the scene developed. I think it's way better now, more vivid, definitely, than it was at first. Yeah, we talked a lot about typology in the chat. Oh yeah, but I also wrote down what's the fundamental currency of your life or of my life as a prompt, because I think it's a really great prompt to dig into later when it's more calm. I never really thought about that. And it's quite, when you want to figure out your life, your goals, I think that's quite a big question, an important question you should ask yourself. Yeah, so thank you, Tom, for writing this into the chat. Yeah, and especially also always comes back to journaling as a good way to figure things out about yourself. Yeah, it's a very, very helpful always with all kinds of areas of life. I just read again about the wheel of life technique, where you look at the different areas of your life and how they are balanced, and yeah, kind of coming back to those areas of your life and really assessing if, are you actually happy with that? Is there room for improvement maybe, and how could you improve that area? And so yeah, there are several things out there, techniques out there, prompts that can help us with those. 2 hours in and I'm about ready to really work. I'm trying not to resist adding to those calls to make the stream longer. But yeah, I can only give you a good start. I always hope that it's like getting you into the flow, that you then can continue on your own after the stream. And it's already like 2 hours, yeah, and I'm even streaming usually more than 2 hours, so this has to be enough, my friends. If I could figure out how to stream without having to be friendly like Anja. But maybe this could be your angle, to not be friendly, You're then the one who kind of brings us to write with or maybe even better, the evil one should do a stream right after mine for everyone who hasn't started writing yet. The evil one will come and bring you to do the work. Yeah, I wonder. I'm amazed how much energy Anja gives us. Oh, thank you. It's always a win-win, definitely. But I'd have to have a silent one where the people could chat, but I'd be silent and focused. Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering if there was a way you could do that. I remember Lawrence Appella and also Jazz, who was here recently. They definitely did silent writing. But it was more like the stream, wasn't it? In the breaks. When Jess and I, we sometimes did stream together. Yeah, we talked, of course, in the breaks. I'm stupid. But still, who says you cannot do something like that, Maybe not talk, but just write and then show the messages and something. Yeah, we have to think about it, but maybe there are possibilities if you know what you don't want to do, how to, change streaming in a way that it fits you. I know that some people don't show themselves, just have their avatar on screen because they feel uncomfortable with the camera, which I feel, for instance, when I'm in taking part in courses or anything, I also like to have my camera off because it feels way more relaxed for me. So, yeah, if you feel the urge to stream, if you feel like, I would love to do it, but maybe try different ways to do it so that it's more comfortable for you. Me too, Loretta, says Ian. Maybe just start the stream, have one long sprint, and then say, yeah, why not? Why not? I mean, there's definitely room to try those things out, and there will definitely people who, like, for instance, Ian, who loves long sprints, and I think that's what Jess did. Yeah, I remember now. He said he started, it was more on Zoom. It was on Zoom, not live on YouTube, but we met up like four or five people. And for 1 hour, we just in the beginning said hi. Then we worked for an hour. No one said anything. There was nothing happening in the chat, nothing. And then we ended with goodbye. But it was really this, how do you say, accountability thing. That's what we often need. So why not do a stream for 1 hour, an accountability writing stream, where you just show up and write, and even when you could keep the camera off and then have like a cool timer going, or maybe just say hi, my friends, just something that you already prepared before. If you feel uncomfortable to say something on the spot, you prepare some intro words, then maybe explaining what's happening, and then have a 1 hour sprint or something like that. This could be something to try. Loretta, there are some times when someone says something out of the ordinary in the stream, and I'm like, my face would give my thoughts. Yeah, that can be challenging. Yeah. But so far, I have always, let's say, recovered from those. The evil one, our favorite person, trying to make me show some things in my face. Tom, did you, I don't know, had the idea of prepping a video and then just having a chat during the premiere of? Yes, you have this possibility on YouTube, setting up a premiere, and then you can be there live as well when it's shown. Yeah, and then chat. Yes, good idea. Very good idea. Emmy, I finished another chapter. There's lots of emotional chapters in this part. Ooh, is this now reading the chapter or working through one of your own chapters? Because you started the stream with reading. Now I'm wondering if you're working on your own story right now. Yep. Oh my god, that sounds like a great way to write. See, we have good ideas here. So everyone, this group not saying anything during a chat period. Yeah, it's forbidden to write in the chat. Everyone who does will be blocked. Yeah, but still, like I said, when you are the one streaming, you make the rules, and you can do it however you like. No one can force you to do it differently. Then if they want something else, they can go to someone else. And the evil one, well, maybe I'm a little too close to the ones who couldn't shut up. I enjoy the chat here, so I want you to chat, guys. 1 hour, sure, but you could also do 2. Yeah, just knowing that someone is there, you could maybe start with everyone who wants to do work can say in the chat, I'm here, welcome, hello, nice to work together with you. And then, like I said, in the end, I'm still here, yeah, I had fun, and then that was it. Or thank you, of course, for streaming. Loretta, I'm pretty comfortable talking on camera. but the interacting with others live makes me nervous. Okay, yeah, the chat. I'm not sure. Can you actually, or you do it as the evil one recommended? Do a video, a streaming video where you don't have to interact. There's no chat, and you can also upload a recording on StreamYard, for instance. But I don't think you need to go over StreamYard. Then you can just do a 2-hour. Let's say if Ian loves 2 hours, 2-hour video of yourself. You can talk if you want, when you want, and yeah, have a timer, however you want to do it. But you can do it like that. So then you don't have any chat. You don't need it. People can comment under the video if they want to, and they can watch it whenever they choose. There are several actually videos out there for people who study, for instance, where they film themselves studying. You don't have to do it with this high quality videos, but there are already people out there who just film themselves and then upload it, and you don't have to be live. Maybe that's would be a good solution for you, Ian. I guess the end chat could last a while. I mean, I think I speak lots and cannot shut up even when I stream with 0 people watching. Yeah, but that's also how I started. I mean, if you enjoy talking about your stuff, writing, creativity, and eventually people will join. And I think that makes it easier for me when there's a lot of stuff happening in the chat. I can talk to you guys, and yeah, when it's very silent, it can also be sometimes strange, or when no one's there, yeah, you're kind of talking to yourself. Loretta, 2 45-minute sprints with 5-minute breaks. Perfect. 90 minutes of focused writing. I think, Loretta, just do it. Give it a try. I would definitely also watch it and use the time to work on things in company, even if it's not live. This is just different than when you're just working on your own. Maybe we can all write in the comments then what we did and under the video, Think about it. Sounds good. So, I don't know. I talked so much today. It's already. So let's do a short sprint. Maybe. Yeah, let's have the fun kick time timer for 2 rounds. That will be 10 minutes. I'm sorry that I talked so much today. Here we go. No, not the speed. Oh, my brain. What did I want? Oh, I wanted to loop. Here we go. So I will play this 2 times. Pikachu! Oh, yeah. So you were working on a chapter. Awesome. Very good, Emmy. So you won 2025. James Lawrence finally posts a video. 3 hours, 4 cycles at 40 minutes on, 5 off. Comment during premiere. Yeah. And 2025 isn't that far. So you can already start to mentally prepare yourself for that. Okay, so let's do our final sprint. Here we go. Enjoy. Okie dokie. That was the final sprint. Thanks, you guys, for the great conversations we had today. And I also finished my scene, which makes me very happy. Very good stream today. So I will be back tomorrow. I hope you all have a great rest of the day. And yeah, I hope you figure out the currency of your life. So see you soon, my friends. Oh, where's my outro? Here it is. See you soon, my friends. Ciao, ciao.